Hey guys, I got me another hiker. I'm still at Davenport, and he just came out of the Smokies. He got him a bag of chips and a root beer to kind of give him some energy.
And his reputation has followed him.
His reputation has followed him, my wife said. And tell us your trail name.
Yeah.
Tell us
My
your
trail name is Stillwater Hiker, but also known as Rock and Roll.
Rock and Roll, and you are from?
Cleveland, Ohio.
And the reason you're called Rock and Roll?
Well, Lucky from Around the Clouds Hostel named me.
Okay.
And he said, since you're from Cleveland, you better be rock and roll.
Okay, but there's another reason too, though.
Yeah, actually it worked out good because I'm a geologist, and I've been looking at all these beautiful rocks up here so far, and been finding a lot.
I told Rock and Roll off camera that when my wife thru-hiked, I believe thru-hiked, there was a guy named Geo, and he was a geologist, and he had me pick up, or not pick up, he picked them up and brought them to the truck, and I would have to pack them back to Tennessee and then ship them to him all over the country. But he must have picked up 40 pounds of rocks over his thru-hike, a bunch of rocks.
Well, I tell myself either I got to eat my food to pick up more rocks and lighten the weight, or I got to take less gear because they get heavy.
Okay, when did you start your hike?
I started it 4 weeks from today. I actually got on Springer Mountain on Sunday, which was the 28th.
Okay.
And got here, basically, I flew from Cleveland to Atlanta on that Saturday, spent the night in Amacola Falls.
Okay.
And then started Springer, and I didn't start the trail until, that Monday.
Yeah.
The 30th, or no, it'd be the 28th.
Okay. What caused you to even want to do this?
I just kept watching a lot of good videos on YouTube and really getting inspired by people hiking. I started walking the Buckeye Trail during COVID, which is up in Ohio, and I got hooked.
Okay.
And I said, honey, I'm going to do the Appalachian Trail.
What'd she think about that?
She thought I was crazy.
Yeah?
And she still thinks I'm crazy.
Hey,
she thinks I lost my mind.
And I agree with her. My wife, when she told me she was going to hike the Appalachian Trail, I mean, this was 40 years ago, she told me that. And I never knew what the Appalachian Trail was. And finally, one day before she retired, I looked it up on the internet and I said, she's either lost her mind or she doesn't know what the Appalachian Trail is.
Yeah.
I said, it's over 2,000 miles. And of course, she did it when she turned 62 and she completed it. So I know you're capable of doing it. What about the hardest thing about being out here? I'm curious to what your answer is going to be.
Yeah, the hardest thing so far is just really being away from folks that you know.
That's the number one answer.
Getting them to understand, why you're doing it and try to figure that out. And, going uphill, I think is hard. But I feel better now after doing 200 and some miles. So it's definitely getting better and better.
You feel like you're getting trail legs?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I always heard Fontana Bridge,
That's nice.
but I think you need a little bit more. You got to get through the Smokies.
Sometimes people don't get them to Damascus.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a difference in person, their body and everything about them. What about your pack weight? I'm just curious. Get pack weight from people and compare.
Yeah, I started out when I got to Springer and we were getting measured and got my tag. I was 46 pounds.
Oh.
And I had a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up packing out a box that day, shipped it up to Franklin.
Okay.
And when I got to Franklin is really when I got honed in, and at the outdoor store there.
Right.
I ended up weighing at 34 pounds.
Good.
And that was fully loaded with 10 pounds of food.
Good.
So I took everything that I wasn't going to use, and I knew I wasn't going to need it, and I shipped it out or got rid of it.
I bet you get it down a little bit more, up the road some.
Yeah.
Especially when it gets warmer and you can get rid of some cold weather.
I had a laptop with me for 2 weeks, and I got rid of that. That was 2 pounds of...
Very interesting. How many times you would use a laptop on the Appalachian Trail? I've seen people with iPads and hatchets and guns and the whole works out here. But your family member, do you have any kids?
Oh, yeah. I have 6 kids.
What they think about Dad being out here?
They love it. They love it. And my daughter Isabella already met me up in Fontana.
Okay.
As well as my wife came out. And she'll be meeting me back in Hot Springs. So she's been giving me some great support. Her name's Tricia.
Support is a key factor to completing this.
Yeah.
And if you got a support system back home, your chances of completion is way up compared to other people.
I've been very blessed with all that. And I have a cousin and a sister that's going to come meet me sometime, and my wife's going to be, helping me the whole time.
Good deal, rock and
Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
How far will you go today? Where's your plans for today?
I'm just going to Standing Bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you thinking about being in Hot Springs in a couple of days?
Yeah, I'm going to be in there by Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, rock and roll. You want to say hello to somebody else, or anything else you'd like to share before we let you go?
Well, I appreciate it, and thank you for doing this. And I just want to say hi to all the family members back home, and Taylor from New Hampshire. I made it through the Smokies, so talk to you later.
God bless every step between here and Katahdin, and I hope we catch you later.
Thank you.